All right. Hello, everyone. This is Cookies. I've got turn 51 of MA Naba and current turn. Finally caught up. And here we've got a message from Bandar log. It's either a poem or a song. I am not familiar with the reference. Somebody would like to leave a comment. Let me know what the reference is. But yeah, pretty fun to read through. And then we did a little bit of site searching. Got our Shaitan, another dire portent. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. We've got two dire portents. We did get a really good turn for blood hunting, so we got 44, 54, 61, 72, 81. So this is enough to get another Shaitan. So Shaitan production is humming. We've got our battle at the fortress of Bandar log, which is our big thing. Phantasmal warriors have attacked Dragon Ridge. We can see that fight there. Got a bunch of gems. So without further ado, let's jump into Bandar log. Sorry about that. Cough. Didn't want to think you guys have to listen to that. But so right off the bat, we have the Demi-Lich casting Hell. Now the Demi-Lich is an innate caster, so his spell will get off first, no matter how long it is. Does have some sacreds. Now, notably, he has a band of Tiger Riders in the back, Falcons, and unfortunately, I did set my Draconians to attack rear. Was a mistake. Should have left them on bodyguard duty. And we've got, yeah, looks like some bodyguards, and then we've got the wall archers and a number of the Bandar warriors guarding the gate. Over here we have the Grand Army of Naba, including its many mercenaries. See the Draconians lifting off. Unfortunately, Draconians are a poor matchup for Tiger Riders, but they will take them some time to kill. So if we're fortunate, maybe we can push through the gate. See these smokeless flames touching down. Or, was it Legions of Steel did go off. Tiger Riders are killing off the last Draconian. Soon they will come inside, or come up to fill in the gate. We have not yet killed the Bandar warriors. A number of body ethereal troops and lucky troops. Alright, we're on the last couple of Bandar warriors. Now the Tiger Riders are running forward now. But it looks like we've broken through the gate. We're going to meet them a little bit behind, which means we should continuously flow in new reinforcements. The wall archers are routing from some of the ethereal Janguard that were pressuring them. See them running through. Archers are taking down the Tiger Riders. So we did sacrifice our Draconians, but we did get a benefit for it. Unfortunately, fighting in the gate wouldn't have been the worst either, because we could have done a bunch of smokeless flame. And Hal, meanwhile, is giving our troops a lot of issues back here. Camel riders and swordsmen running back and forth trying to kill them all and protect the mages. Really should have put more of the mages on advancing cast. We are getting a bit of a surround these Gandharvas. And the Tiger Riders are fleeing for the most part. Here's the Demi-Lich. So he's got a lot of gems. Let's see what he's been casting. He cast Hal. Got very fatigued out. 200 fatigue, it looks like. Got hit by a falcon a couple of times. And then hit by a short bow, but hasn't taken any damage from it. And he's at 120 fatigue, so he has yet to wake up. Bodyguards are starting to fall. Got a Brahmin here. A little priest. More bodyguards falling. Yeah, 110 fatigue. Been hit by a Jan guard. Still no damage yet. Does have insane invulnerability, so we're gonna have to roll pretty high. Punch through him. It's got effectively 30 protection. And we only deal 21 damage with our bronze scimitars. 22 sometimes. We should get some decent DRNs once we get a good surround on him. 3, and he doesn't have a lot of HP. We were preaching on Bandar's fort to reduce his candles to try and make the Stimulich a little bit easier to deal with. Then he does Immolation down to 4 HP. And we finally take care of him, so Howl ends. And yeah, we might watch this again so you can see some of the action. The back line. The impacts of Howl, so to speak. So I had my fluff squad here. You can see these wolves coming in. Now the swordsmen run back, they defend, but then they run away again. Oh, they get some shock res. Kind of nice. Then the wolves come back. The swordsmen come back. They're like, oh no, we left you for a second. Lose a mage. And similar sort of effort happening over here as well. I think we lost another mage there. Swordsmen start to leave again, and as soon as they do, the wolves show up again. There's a couple of mages down here that are getting pretty close to danger close. More wolves sneaking back in. Can't leave these mages alone for a second. They'll die on you as soon as you walk away. Like the Pikeneers fleeing. Alright, and let's and then the other part I wanted to check out is what was the impact of these fluffed elephants. Let's follow the elephants. I made a pretty serious effort to fluff these elephants. I want to know if that was worth it. No gift of flight yet, it looks like. Oh, got one. Oh, immediately chopped away by the magic weapons Tiger Riders. Probably should have done them on like attack closest, although then they'd get distracted by the wolves. So these elephants are running in, they're just waiting by the gate. Oh, they're getting affected by awe and then killed, and then they run away. That's unfortunate. So very little impact from them. So what's the kind of like the butcher's bill? We lose one Hermit Sahara. We lose an Inquisitor. He's a mercenary captain, so that's okay. We're done hiring him anyways. We lose 3 Mukribs. That's eminently replaceable, and 2 Lion Tribe Witch Doctors, which is fairly easily replaceable. I'm not concerned about. So, not too bad. Only the Hermit Sahara, they take like 4 turns to recruit, so they're kind of annoying to get. They're pretty pricey. But losing him isn't the end of the world. We did lose 25 Draconians. I think this is the loss that hurts the most. We could probably set up a new blood hunting province if we hadn't lost them. But they did do a great job distracting those Tiger Riders. Additionally, we lost 12 Janguard. Super replaceable, that's about 2 turns. And we've taken very minimal attrition throughout the game. Additionally, we lost 37 Pikeneers from the mercenary company. That's fine. So, overall, not too bad. For Bandar log, We wiped out his garrison of 69 and his kind of like wall garrison of 128. So I think we did about 2 to 1 here, which is okay. We did take down the Demi-Lich, killed a Yogi. Most of his other mages were dead. Done a great job clearing them out. Did have a High Priest and Brahmin, but everything was blessed because of the Demi-Lich, assuming he had some Dominion. I know I was preaching it down, but I think he had 2 or 3 candles. Then we finished killing off his Sacreds. So 28 Tiger Riders, 8 Emperushas, and 13 Gandharvas, and an Apsara. So knocking out 31, 40 more Sacreds as part of taking the fort and putting down Bandar. Now we've freed iFlight to go join a new game. He's been a tremendous player in this game. I think before I kind of jumped on him at the end there, I don't think he had lost any major battles, either Agartha or Abyssia, at least that I had seen. And he took some really huge wins. So he's a phenomenal player, even down to just a cap defense. So I feel like the only reason I killed him was because he only had a capital and half his army was dead. So it might have been interesting to fight his army at full strength, like what Balin did. See if I could have done any better, but yeah, just a tremendous player, did a lot. Now he's free to go join a new game where hopefully he doesn't get 3v1'd out of the gate. Good game, iFlight, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright, so getting back to our turn. The mist-covered highlands. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this hit one of our blood hunting provinces. So there's a number of warrior illusions here. Now the Garnets are scripted to retreat. There's a number of hidden here. They're really hard to see. But there's, I think, 5 here, 3, 6, 9, 10, maybe about 15 hen. Then a number of Janguards, some Blood Slaves, a couple of Mukaribs, some Province Defense. But yeah, because they're scripted to retreat, this is going to cause an interesting situation. The Vanguard and the Hen, you see them kind of showing up. We're going to work on these Phantasms and go ahead and defeat them so we don't lose anyone. Everyone does retreat successfully. Good. But what it does mean is when they retreat, they might go to a province that doesn't have a Alika in it to veil army. And so if anyone else happens to have a scout in Panicrator's Bounty and they're paying attention, they'll see that there's a couple of Garnet Sorceresses here. So our move now is we need to get the Garnets back in Dragon Ridge, blood hunting. But we're also going to just go ahead and send our new Malika over to Panicrator's Bounty and start blood hunting there too. So we're bringing in more Janguard, more Adites, a Shaitan, number of Garnets with Sanguine Dowsing Rods to go ahead and start blood hunting. Go ahead and script her to retreat. And we're going to start blood hunting Panicrator's Bounty, I guess, because we already got blood hunters here. So we're going to get it going. To give an idea, we're bringing this Malika. She's got a Gossamer Cloth and a Mirage Crystal. Gives her a Veil Army value of 121. I don't think she needs anywhere near that, because a lot of these are Janguard. But I just haven't done the testing yet to see if like 100 Janguard and 100 Adites make some of the Adites show up. If you only had a Veil Army value of maybe like 100. So we'll just have to see. Maybe I could do that testing in this episode. Otherwise, we're forging a coin of meteoritic iron. We're going to use that. We're also doing Call of the Winds here for Patrol Shaft. But that Astral coin is going to let us get to Astral 5. So then if we save enough pearls, we can throw up Eyes of God if the globals don't completely fill up. Earthblood Deepal has gone up, and Blood Vortex from Pyrene. So Pyrene's really starting to look a little bit scary. But yeah, otherwise, just doing a little bit of site searching. I mean, we've done a lot of site searching, not finding much. We're going to keep site searching. Water, death, maybe some blood, trying to increase levels of site searching. We've got a lot of ones. Maybe they could be threes. That. Do more holy searching. So we're still working on that. Still working on research. We're at about 1260. Could be more, but we're kind of getting a little upkeep constrained. We're releasing a lot of forces from Bandar log. We're doing some preaching to get our Dominion in here. It'll be good to get some good income from here. We're sending our seducer because she didn't find anyone. Or she found someone, but they kind of tied on the check. So she's going to go down here and see if any of these Cynocephalians join Team Nabah and leave their compatriots leaderless. A little bit dangerous. They do have a javelin, so they might just eat our mage, but hopefully they don't. We're going to do some site searching in the neighborhood, specifically Sanguine Swamp. And we're sending a lot of stuff back. So we've got most of the Jangard are coming in here. Some of the stuff is preaching. He can map move too, so as long as Panuonia doesn't get raided by the Admiral this turn, we can meet up in Panuonia and do a big patrol. And that could be cool, because if the boat then shows up in Panuonia, we'll probably defeat the boat. Additionally, we see a huge Agarthan stack here. Hopefully it's not aiming in our direction. So a lot of this stuff is leaving stealthily. We have a number of mages coming here. And a number of mages coming up here. All stealthing. Some stuff is moving further than others, but generally speaking, stuff is moving in this general direction up towards Kidson. However, I should also keep in mind there's a lot of Kidson stuff here. And so maybe I could talk to Asphodel. Hey, I want to fight Kidson too, but also Gartha wants to fight Asphodel. So I don't think this is really an area I want to involve myself in. Kind of like a three-way conflict going on. So this would be a much cleaner war, kind of going around this lake. We'll work on sending stuff over this way. And we've got a nice fort to, like, two nice forts to kind of seal off this area. Then we can do counter raiding from our capital if we really need to. So I feel like this area is reasonably. Yeah, so other than that, yeah, I started doing my traditional thing where I put the thug kit down here. I'm trying to find the iron face. Where did that go? That on the, not on the Hori, she got a morale item. Hopefully I didn't lose it. That would suck. Oh, it's on this guy. We just made a new thug with that kit. So this Jin is here. Got a little bit of a script. 29 protection. I guess if we need a thug, it'll come from this guy. Okay. Alright, it is the current turn, so I'm paying a little bit more attention than normal. Yeah, strategic situation I would say is starting to change. So Pyrene, they showed off 3 red seconds here. They threw up a Citadel on Villaveros. They threw up Blood Vortex. They threw up Mother Oak. This is all very hard scaling, pretty aggressive. So maybe I should work with Zan and Sakanade to do something about that. I'm not sure. They're kind of getting out of hand a little bit. But then Zan's also pursuing a pretty profitable war, trying to take Fascia. So maybe I just go in and try and get bigger. And I do have some options for that. There's Gidzen's land, although his knights are pretty tough. And there's also Abyssia here, who's still rebuilding, but I think I've got a reasonable matchup against them. It would be a really interesting assassin war, and it would for sure show my blood hunting off. Balin would definitely find out about that. So maybe a war with Kidson is a little bit better idea, but we're starting to build up enough Shaitan numbers. I might care if someone found out. Like it might be too late. We go into here. I was hoping Shaitan would show up, but because they don't have upkeep, don't think they show up. That's kind of sad. It'd be really nice if free spawn showed up in the list as well. So they don't. So it's really hard to get a count. Just having the count is pretty nice. Like when you have 290 Jane Guard, it's pretty useful. Yeah, so things are getting spicy. Was not expecting the Admiral. I was probably gonna up for a war with Abyssia next. I think I need to go fight Kidson. I don't know what that means for Balin. I can chat with Balin, see if he's interested in fighting over the Kidson Asphodel spoils, maybe just fighting them both. I mean, they've been fighting for, gosh, 50 until turn 50. Like, First Wars should have been ended some time ago. So they've just been very evenly matched. And both sides have weakened each other a lot. So, I mean, granted, this is a gigantic army, but it seems like the type of thing where if a bunch of people jump on them, you can probably just take their stuff. So maybe I talk to Phaonix and Ballin about that. It's kind of getting in on these spoils while they're good, and then going to town after that. See what happens. Now, Ballin has been talking and hinting at putting up Second Sun, and that would suck. It would take us to Heat 5. We would start pop killing pretty bad in our capital, because it's a wasteland. And it's already got growth issues. So then we'd have the boat raiding, I don't know, third of our provinces all the time with a growing number of boats. Then we'd have Second Sun pop killing us, and that might be enough to just kind of turn our nation over and kind of kill it. But I think I'd have some support in dealing with Balin if that was the case. If he throws up Second Sun, I'll chat with Zan about it. Pyrene, False God, would not want that much heat happening. He's pretty sensitive to scales changes, kind of like I am. And then Kidson's over here and throwing up that boat, so that's a priority for me. So then Irene can't get at Abyssia, but if Second Sun goes up, maybe that would be enough to convince him to go after Man for me. This is a really good throne. It's the discount throne. It's basically steel ovens. Got 2 fire gems. So I'm aiming at this area right now, but we'll see. And otherwise, maybe if Pyrene's willing to deal with Man, I don't know. Like, he might do like a half-assed effort at killing Man while I'm fighting Balin, because he's not going to be motivated to defend my coastlines for me. So I think the only way to get this done quickly is if I'm also attacking. then it becomes a little bit more of a race. Got incentives. I've told him if he didn't move very quickly, I would go ahead and take Green Coast. So I don't think he would want me to have Green Coast. There's that. And yeah, we're getting another Malika. We did roll. It was a Fire 3, Air 3, Glamour 2. I keep rolling these Malika, and I guess the last thing to talk about is we're thinking about trying to put together Eternal Pyre. I need the path for it. So I've got this Fire 5, but I believe you need Fire 6 for Eternal Pyre. Yeah. So I need one more. I need the Fire Death Booster. I'm not quite sure how to get at it without empowering. So I'm gonna have to look into that, see if that cross path exists. Maybe it's on the Cynocephalian common. Check really quick. No, they just get potential for death. Oh, that's not it. But yeah, I need to look into that a little bit. Maybe my ticket is Arid. That really quick, but going all the way up to Conjuration 8 is pretty late, especially at the pace that I'm moving at. If there's anything else that I notice that might give me the Fire Death cross path. Maybe some of the hidden spells? King of Banefires would do it, but he requires Fire Death to get in the first place. Let me check the Merid. Okay, so the Merid does not come with death, but does come with Fire 4. He's Fire 4, Air 4, Water 3, Earth 1, Glamour 2. So a tremendous mage, but not her ticket to the Fire Death Booster. And maybe that's a consideration for your pretender. You decide to play Amanda Ba in the future. Let me see. Who might have that? Anyone that we could currently. Lamia Queens get death. I don't believe they get fire. Let's see. What? So. No, they don't. They get traditional Bob has. Maybe the Forest Troll? Water Kobold is Water Glamour. Anyways, I'll look that up later. I'll see if I can find something. I'll go ahead and put that in. But I don't want to tarry too long. And we'll have to see what this Big Kidson army does. But yeah, to prevent him pillaging all my coastal provinces and removing a tremendous amount of income from me. So for instance, this is 157, 162, 125, 95, 217, 227. This one got pillaged. It's at 18 now. It used to be over 50. Got 166, 24. Like, I can't afford to be having him pillaging all this coastal income. So if war needs to be it, then war needs to be it, because pillaging works a lot faster than a little bit of pop kill from Second Son. So although there is an income malice going over on heat, but for me that would be about 15%. So I don't know. It's a tough situation. Second Son isn't cast yet. So we're gonna go try and deal with kids in boat. And finish this fight that he's, I think, inadvertently picked with me. I don't think he was intending it to target me in this way. He, at least the way he said it, he was just going to cast it because it was fun. Probably a little bit annoyed that no one was helping him put down Asphodel. Then he got backstabbed because he's doing the lobby a favor by trying to kill Popkill, and now he's getting jumped on for doing it. Probably feels pretty upset about that, but I don't feel like I was a legitimate target for that because I did try to get a border to go help him. But we'll go ahead and fight this war if we have to until the boat is gone. So our stance, and I'm also going to look into trying to get that other fire booster so we can put up Eternal Pyre. I wasn't really thinking about Eternal Pyre because my fire income was so bad, but then I was chatting with Distant Horizon and he put the idea in my head. I think he didn't want me to cast it, but because he said he was kind of like hoping that I wouldn't, kind of put the idea in my head that I should. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So hopefully we can keep up one Shaitan per turn. Maybe start doing some other blood stuff in addition to a Shaitan per turn. We only have the one summoner at the moment. So maybe we could get stuff like more Gula. That. We'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and next one. Turn 52. Have a good one.